Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be recreating this stylish collar dress. If it's something you're interested in, let's get right into the video. Please don't forget to share, like and subscribe. Thank you. So for the back panel, we'll be taking our armhole measurement, which is 8 inches, then our half length plus allowance, which is 16 inches. Then we'll connect the lines. So now we'll be taking our zipper allowance of 1.5 inches. So you take it from the shoulder to the bust line, then to the half length, then connect the line. On the waistline, I'll be coming in by half an inch, 0.5, then I'll connect it straight to the shoulder. So I'll go ahead and take my shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 15, which is 7.5. So I'll take my shoulder measurement on the chest line and also on the shoulder line. Then I'll take my bust measurement. My bust measurement is 8.5 inches plus 1 inch sewing allowance. Then over to the waist, my waist is 20 divided by 4, that's 7 plus 2 inches. 1 inch for that and 1 inch for the hemming allowance. Then I'll connect the lines together. So I'll come down by 1 inch, then take my armhole measurement. So my armhole measurement divided by 2, which is 3.5. Then I'll connect the curves like that. Then I'll come over to my shoulder. My neck width is 3 inches by 1 inch sewing allowance, because we'll be needing that for the front pattern. Then I connect the dots together. So now I'm just going to use 8.5 inches. You can go lower, but it's advisable just to 8.5 inches and 9 inches. Then I'll connect the curves like that to the shoulder line. So you can decide to add half an inch on top of it like this, or better still, you just leave it like that. So you just cut out two spots that I crossed out. So for the front bodies, I'll just come up by 7 inches because of the short collar. Then I'll take my shoulder to armhole, which is 8, and shoulder to my my half length, which is 6. So I came out by 4 inches, but I would advise you come out by 5 or 6 inches. It is better that you have excesses than to have shortage. So I'm just going to be connecting it from my shoulder to my bust line, then to my waistline. So I'll start the measurement from that line at the back, which is my shoulder measurement, which is 7.5, and I connect the dots together. So here I'm just going to be taking my bust point, which is 7 inches, 7 divided by 2, that's 3.5. So I'll take my bust measurement on the waistline as well as on the chest line. So here I forgot to take our under bust and bust point. So I'm just going to be measuring the bust point, which is 10 inches, then also the under bust, which is 13.5 inches, like so. Then I'll connect the dots together. So I'm just going to take our bust point, which is 3.5, on the under bust as well as on the bust point. Then I'm just going to connect the lines together. So for the waist dart, I'm just going to be taking 0.75 on both sides, making 1.5 as my dart allowance. So on the bust point, I will come down by 1 inch. If you are very busty, you can just come down by 1/4 or 1.25. Then you connect the lines like that. So I'm just going to take my neck width of 3 inches. Then I'll come down by 1 inch, which will be 7 inches. Then I'll take the midpoint, which is 3.5 inches. Then I'll connect the dots together. So I'm going to take my bust measurement, which is 8.5 inches, then come over to the midpoint, come in by half an inch, then connect dots together. So for the shoulder width, I was making use of 3 inches because we don't want the shoulder width to be too wide. Then we'll connect it back to the armhole we drew initially. So now we are going to measure the new armhole that we just drew. Mine is 8 inches. So I'm just going to find the midpoint, which is 4 inches. So I'm just going to mark the midpoint like that. So what I'm going to do now is to mark from the bust point to the midpoint that we marked earlier on. So I'm just going to build in a straight line like so. So on the armhole line, so I'm just going to take 0.75 as my dart allowance on both sides. Yes, so I'm just taking 0.75 on both sides, and I'll come up by 1 inch from the bust point line that we drew. Then I'll connect the curves together. I'm going to take my measurement from that 1 inch mark. So I'm going to take it down to that particular point to see if it's the same as the other side. For if it's not the same, it is not always the same actually. So I'm just going to add the excesses, then connect it back to my armhole. So now I'm just going to take my bust measurement. My bust is 8.5. Then I'll replace the dart that I took 1.5 inches. Then I'm going to add 1 inch sewing allowance. So my waist is 7 inches. 20 divided by 4 is 7 inches. Then I'm going to replace the dart that we took, which is 1.5 inches. Then I'll replace my 1 inch, then I'll connect the lines together. I'm just going to take my back neck measurements, which after I measured is 3.25, so I'll just keep that aside. So from that point, I'm just going to measure 6.5 inches. You can as well use 7 inches, but I don't want it to be too revealing, so I'm just going to go with 6.5 inches. So I'm just going to measure 3.5 inches, which is where my dart will be sitting, which is where the lapel will be sitting. So I'm just trying to align the line to meet the 6.5 inches that we marked earlier on. Then I'm just going to rule it like that. Also align it to meet. So remember we took the neck width for the back, which is 3.25. So we're just going to replace it back like that. So I'm just going to come up by 0.25 so that it will rest well on the neck. Then I'll connect it like that. So that will be our new line. So I'm just going to draw a straight line like that. Then I'll measure the width of my collar, how wide I want it to be. So you can decide to go for 3 inches, 3.5, 4 inches, but I will just go for 4 inches. So I'm marking it from that point like that. So I'm marking 4 inches. So I'll come up by half an inch, then I'll roll it straight back to the 3.25 we took earlier on like that. So I'm going to measure 4 inches all the way to a particular point when you feel like it's okay. So measure 4 inches. You can see I'm still measuring 4 inches. So this was what I was telling you initially, that I should have excesses at the front because my paper was not enough here. So I'm just going to measure 4 inches to a particular point, then curve it down like so. So for the other side, we notice that the lapel is not up to the half length, so we're just going to make a curve at that 6.5 that we did initially, that we marked initially, because we don't want it to be revealing. So we'll mark it like that, then try to curve it, give it a curve like that. Please make sure you had half an inch all around 8. So the first panel had half an inch. So we're going to first cut out the first curve that we first make. Then we'll now cut the second one that I'm shading right now. So we'll cut it out. We add half an inch all around it. Then we'll cut it out. So this is the cutout. So you cut it like this, add half an inch all around it. Then you cut it like this, add half an inch on that side. Then you cut it out first. You first cut this one out before you cut the second one out. For the front measurement, I took my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 3.5. I took it straight like that. So then I went ahead to take my waist measurement, which is 20 divided by 4, which is 7 inches. Then I added my 1 inch sewing allowance to it like that. Then I took my hip measurement. My hip measurement is 40 divided by 4, that's 10. Then plus 1 inch sewing allowance. So I'm just going to be connecting the curves like that. So for the lower part, I'm just going to remove what I have on the hip line. Our hip is 10 plus 1, which is 11. So I just remove 2 inches. That's 9. So the lower part is 9. Then I'll just cut it out straight. Then add half an inch on both sides. So for the back panel, I came out by half an inch on the butt side. So that side you start taking your measurements from. Then I came down by 5 inches from that side to give it that butt effect. So this is the front panel. So I've gone ahead to sew it down by half an inch on both sides. So for the back panel, I went ahead to take my darts and also took the 1 inch for the zipper allowance. So I added paper stay to this part so that it will give it structure. So I went ahead to sew the two parts together by half an inch. Please ensure that it's half an inch when you're sewing it down and place it correctly so that you won't place the wrong side on the right side. Sew that side with half an inch all the way down. The lapel side is going to be sewed down with half an inch. For the second part, so the lapel side, please sew it down with half an inch all the way down. So place the two front panels like that, yellow matching yellow, purple matching the purple. Then you sew it down by half an inch. Please make sure it's by half an inch. So from that side I'm pointing out, you sew it down by half an inch. You turn it inwards and sew it by half an inch. So this is what you have at the end of the day after sewing by half an inch. Then you turn it back. So this is what you get when you turn it. Then you join your bodies together. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share my video. Thanks for watching. Bye.